If you listen to Sudan's generals, every peace plan that fails does so in the name of, quote, protecting the nation. If you listen to the people who fled their homes, it sounds a lot more like a power struggle, with civilians, as always, caught underneath. The latest proposal on the table for a ceasefire on what is going on in Sudan right now between Sudan's army and the Rapid Support Forces came from a group of mediators, often called the Quad, so the United States, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the UAE. Their plan called for a 3-month humanitarian truce, followed by a 9-month political process between Sudan's army and the Rapid Support Forces, the RSF. The RSF signaled that it could work with that. Army Chief General Abdel Fattah Burhan flatly rejected it. He called the proposal, quote, the worst yet, accused the mediators of bias, and argued that it would effectively lock in RSF gains on the ground while undermining the army's role as the country's core institution. Burhan's public position is that the army is open to peace, but only after RSF units withdraw from cities and civilian areas so displaced people can return home. On paper, that sounds like a demand for demilitarizing neighborhoods, but in practice, it's also a way of insisting the other side make huge concessions before talks even begin. But all of this is happening against the backdrop of one of the worst crises. Since the war exploded in April 2023, estimates put the death toll at more than 40,000 people, with over 14 million who have been forced from their homes, creating one of the largest displacement crises on the planet. Aid groups warn of looming famine in several regions as well. Places like El Fasher have become shorthand for how bad it can get. After RSF advances, UN officials describe parts of the city as a crime scene, citing reports of mass killing, sexual violence, and the deliberate burning of entire districts. I mean, you can see blood-soaked land from satellites in outer space. You can literally see people's blood soaking into the ground from outer space. So when another ceasefire plan gets rejected, it isn't just diplomats who feel the impact. It's families who have already moved 3 or 4 times, kids who haven't seen a classroom in months, and hospital staff trying to work with no salaries and barely any supplies. From their respective headquarters, Sudan's rival commanders say that they're defending the state. From the camps and ruined neighborhoods, it looks more like they're defending their own leverage, even as the country beneath them is hollowed out. If you found this helpful, make sure you're following the show so that you don't miss the next breakdown. Hit follow, tap subscribe, and stay plugged in.